Hello, welcome back. I'm Tonya from Tonya's Witchy Kitchen, and how are you doing today? You know that meme that was going around Facebook, and the guy says, why isn't the house cleaned and my meals cooked and my shorts ironed? You're home all day. And she says to him, well, how come we're not rich? Because you work all day. And I'm going to tell you a funny story. I washed all his laundry. I cooked all the meals. I did everything. Okay? We're going to put that out there right now. And he would be like, why is this cluttered? Or why is this counter? Just complaining about something, right? 5 kids, a grandkid added to the mix down the road. I mean, let me tell you, like, our house is lived in. I'm not going to blow smoke up your windpipe. Our house is lived in. It has clutter. It has dust. Okay. But anyway, he would, say this stuff. I didn't have that meme at the time to throw back at him, which would have been funny. But, so it was like, a little frustrating. It's like, I am doing the best I can, right? I'm busy. I mean, all the kids' schedules, all their activities, all this, that, and homework, and if you have kids, right? And there was no electronic stuff, you had to physically sign the form they needed and go over the homework and do the spelling words and, all that jazz. So anyway, he used to say that I should go get a job. He would stay home and take care of the house. Well, when you put stuff out into the universe, you really got to be careful about what you do. Because I'm not going to give you details or the roundabout way. But anyway, he basically stays home. And I have the job. I told him the other day, because he was complaining again about how he's always cooking or he's always unloading the dishwasher. And, and I'm just like, maybe you should be careful what you wish for, and reiterated how many times he had told me to go get a job and he would stay home and take care of the house. And let me tell ya, it ain't that easy. No, and he doesn't even have the kids to deal with. He just has the dogs to let in and out, vacuuming. He's really good with the vacuum cleaner. He has no kids activities, nothing. Like the few chiropractor appointments he makes for our youngest, and there's an app for that now. It's very minimal, and complain. And I told him the other day, I said, you should really not complain. I said, because one day you're going to miss all this. Miss it all. Yep. Yeah, but what a funny story. So be careful what you wish for, especially if you're verbally saying it out into the universe, right? It might come true, and it might actually not be what you want. Yes. Seriously. So anyway, today I have no idea what we're doing. I have no idea. Because you've seen the thumbnail. I don't know what we're doing. So anyway, 3 things. Be kind, be forgiving, be you. And let's go check out this video. But remember, be careful what you wish for. Okay, into our soap. We are doing a coconut palm and Babassu free soap again. I will leave the recipe in the description box below. You are welcome to it. Because once I like to keep one of these soaps on hand, or 1 or 2, just because it's kind of like unscented soap. You might not sell a lot, but there's always somebody out there that likes the unscented soap, the essential oil soap, the coconut palm and Babassu free soap. So, it's a personal preference. And so I like to keep at least one on hand at all times. Now, the one I made previously, that was for a special order. This one was just for me in my shop. Yes. So, as you can see, that isn't quite emulsified, but that's okay. If this was an unscented soap, I would probably beat that a little longer. But when you add fragrance oil and you're mixing in colorants, it's going to be emulsified by the time you get to pouring the soap, right? Because it's mixy, 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 and mixy, 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 and, So I wasn't too concerned, but I just wanted to point it out to you. I was like, oh, it's still not emulsified, but it's okay. Anyways, for my colors for this soap, it is Savage Garden from Nurture's Handmade and Mint Jaloop from Mad Micah's. And the rest I left plain. I didn't even put titanium dioxide in it. The fragrance oil, if you want to know the fragrance oil, it is Sea Minerals by Aztec. I love this one. I do. I do a lot of things with this one. But just because I do like it. It does change. I'm going to tell you, it does change in soap. So what you smell out of the bottle, the fragrance does change a little bit. It does lose a few notes, but it's still really good in soap. If you're putting it in liquid soap, it will thicken it up. Just so you know. It does thicken it up. It will let go, but it does thicken up at first. So for my idea, you're gonna see this in another soap maybe down the road. I don't know when, but I poured about half of my uncolored batter into the mold, okay, as you see. And then my thought process was I flipped it because that other side bows out. That's the only reason. Was to make the thin lines pour more on the top third of the bar. And it might actually bleed into the top 2/3 of the bar. I can't remember. But that was my thought process. So left enough batter, white batter, to go in and out, interchangeably between the dark green and the light green. Okay? That's simply my thought process. I've seen so many pretty soaps on Facebook and YouTube, the media and all that. And they're so pretty. And sometimes there's this one, she made soap dough flowers, and the whole top of the soap are these soap dough flowers. Just absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And I sat there and looked at them, and I thought the only reason I would buy that would be to have it, not to use it. And I know I've toned down my soaps a little bit because sometimes I have some really crazy, wonky ideas. And I always figure if I'm not going to execute it more than once, it's probably not worth doing. Is it too pretty to use? And I mean, some of those soaps, they're just too pretty to use. Even though I'm sure the makers are like, oh, please buy my soap. They probably can remake it. I mean, she did 4 soap loaves with the flowers on top. And, I think in another post, she said how many hours it took her. And all I could think was, oh, that's beyond me. I tried making ladybugs for my wildflowers and bees soaps that are coming up. And I did make them, and they turned out cute. The only problem was I decided to C-pop them to make them gel. Oh, that was the most horrific thing I've ever done. I should never have C-popped those little ladybugs. They are hand-done ladybugs, okay? And let's just say they weren't as cute and little as they went into the oven being. I don't even think I have a picture of it. If I do, I have a picture, I think, of them before I put them in the oven. They were absolutely atrocious coming out, though. It might be on some footage, actually. Now that I think about it. Yeah. But anyways, this is all I did with this pour, okay? Okay, and then, just pouring my extra colors on top. I gave it a little flick I love that look. That is just, it's just the coolest look. Lick them both across the side. And that was it. And it got C-popped and it got gelled. And I do not know what those little dots are. They really kind of look cool, don't they, for a sea mineral bar? Yeah, could have got too hot. Fragrance oil could have, like, risen. Many, many things that could have happened there. And I know I told you there's another one coming up down the road similar, but I actually realized it's not quite similar because this one had the white intermingled with the greens, and the other one is a little bit different. But when you see it, you're going to know it. So just go in there. But you know what? You really shouldn't judge people and think they do things dumb just because it's different than you. And don't, until you've, walked a mile in somebody else's shoes, you really don't know what they're going through. So don't be a judge. Don't be judgy. But what do you think of these soaps? They are really kind of cool. Kind of seaweedy, under the water, under the ocean. Seaweedy. Almost like a jellyfish. Here are the bars right after I cut them. Yes, fresh. And here are the bars when they are 100% cured. I hope you had a good time. Thank you for dropping by, and I will see you next time. And God bless.